The journey is conversations with ordinary people about stories of transformation and how we may have had setbacks in our life and how we persevered through those, how we've learned from those obstacles, and how they've, maybe helped us on our path today. Well, welcome to the journey. My name is Kevin Polky, and I am the host of the journey. And today we are going to do a reflection. And what I'd like to reflect on is it's the beginning of June, and it's hard to believe that we have already gone through almost half of 2024. I know for me, there's been a tremendous amount of changes that have happened with me since we think back to Christmas and the beginning of the new year. In 2001, I had founded and started KP Counseling, which at that time I thought it was just going to be uh, counseling's just a place for me to be able to counsel, and I was hoping that it was going to be able to survive and be able to just be able to maintain a place where I could counsel myself. I was very fortunate um, that it grew, and I was able to have many different talented therapists work for me at KP, um, as well as individuals that helped out in a supportive. 9 years ago in 2015, June of 2015, I sold KP to start another company to add in uh, an element of security and foundational in case something like a pandemic hit and I wasn't going to be able to support the therapists and employees as well as the clients that came and saw us. After selling KP and it become part of a partnership I had with Crestview, we were then able to expand KP to multiple locations as well as expand from 15 therapists to the point of having almost 40 therapists and 3 locations in Rockford as well as one in Huntley. A little bit less than a month ago, I was my last day at KP. Uh, it was not an easy decision to come to, as you can imagine, being leaving a company that has your initials attached to it, and something that I had brought from just an idea in 2000 and 2001 to the largest outpatient counseling center in Northern Illinois. But as KP was shifting and changing as a result of the parent company that acquired KP, Refresh Mental Health, and then later was owned by Optum Behavioral Healthcare, it was time for me to move away from being an operator, which I had been for the last 4 years, serving as executive director of agencies that were part of Refresh Mental Health in Wisconsin, as well as agencies in Illinois. My goal is to be able to get back into counseling, focus on leadership development, as well as executive coaching, and then my workshops and seminars. So as you can imagine, um, the month of May was a pretty busy month as we launched Four Corners, transitioning from KP and full-time with Four Corners Wellness Center, along with Shatter Our Silence. And now with a handful of new therapists that are coming to work for me, Sonia, Jim, and Cody. These are individuals that not only do have clinical experience and are fully licensed in their particular field, but they also are working as coaches in other areas such as nutritional, exercise coaching, grief coaching, as well as leadership development and exercise or executive coaching. So what I wanted to focus on right now is we think about what do we want to accomplish in the next 6 months? What do we want to accomplish as summer is about to begin in the month of June? If we look ahead to where we want to be at this time couple weeks before winter begins, the beginning of December, right after Thanksgiving. What are those goals that you would want to set? What things would you like to achieve? That is not to say that we want to rush through the summer and the fall to get to that, but more intent is to have a level of intention of setting those goals. So I just came across something that I wanted to want to be able to share with you. Um, and it was something that I had posted earlier today on my Facebook page. And the idea of that when we set goals and set ideas of big things that we want to be able to accomplish, um, that not only do we have to put ourselves and stretch ourselves of being able to accomplish something bigger than ourselves, but we also then have to develop a plan. Um, is this goal that we're setting, is this plan, uh, is this going to meet all aspects of my life? How do I envision that my life or other people's lives are going to be improved by this particular goal? Is it going to be in all areas of my life, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? How is this, by doing this, how is that going to then prepare me as I move into 2025? What are some of those things that I'm going to need to do between now and December when I want to accomplish this goal? What things do I have to put in place to make sure that I stay on track? Not just when times are necessarily easy and highly motivated to go, or when I'm inspired to accomplish my goals, but when it's hard, or I have other setbacks, other things that get in the way. One of the quotes that I just recently came across by Napoleon Hill was the quote that says, "Self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you don't control what you think, you can't control what you do." The idea behind, I believe, what Napoleon Hill is trying to say is that setting a goal for what you want to be able to accomplish and giving yourself enough runway to be able to launch that goal, making sure that you envision how your life or how other people's lives are going to be improved with this development of this goal. And then what am I going to put in place to make sure that I stay on track, that it moves from an idea to an actual action? I think for me, this idea always starts with self-discipline, and that self-discipline first starts with my thoughts. So once again, Hill says, self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you don't control what you think, you can't control what you do. True, there are some times that we need to make the decision to just do it, to not overthink it or wait for me to feel like doing it. That sometimes I just need to tell myself I need to just go now, not wait. Are there other times where you may need to rest so that you can digest what you've already learned, allow your body to heal from the workouts or the exercise or the activity that you're doing? Absolutely. But sometimes we need to just push away the distraction of procrastination and avoidance, and we need to be able to push through and just do it. Being aware of how our body, how our minds, how our hearts are responding to what's going on, and making sure that we're taking notes along the way, and keeping in mind that with first the goal setting and then with intention and self-discipline of that plan, even when there are setbacks, we have the opportunity to learn from them. We will be checking in on these things as you look at what you would want to accomplish in the next 6 months, and then what are the plan that you're developing, and then what are the things that you're doing to master your thoughts so that you can master your movements. As always, I appreciate you being here and look forward to being with you next week.